Got my 2019 Ram Classic 1500 loaded down. Let's go see what I got in the back over here. I mean, it's almost on the bump stops right there. Wow, I really need to upgrade my springs. Howdy, and welcome to Broken Tool Garage. This week, I'm going to be going over changing springs in my 2019 Ram Classic. Not the normal 2019, that's a frame change right there. Got these springs from General Spring. I'm going to put the part number down below right there so you can see what those are. These will fit. They have them listed for up to 2018 before they did the frame change. I got the 19 Classic, which is the old one, right? So we're going to go through this. Difficulty level. I'm going to say if you can operate a jack, basically if you can rotate the tires on your truck or change a tire on your truck, you can use a jack and jack stand it safely, you can do this. So 1 wrench, gear, or whatever I put up there. There's a new thing I'm doing there. The time it takes, I'm going to say, for me, with me recording the video and stuff like that, right, you know, closing the garage door, turning music off so I don't get a copyright strike, I'd say 2 tasty beverages right there is the time it takes to do this. So not that bad at all. Easy afternoon job right there. I'm going to show you the do's and don'ts on it. All right, let's just get these wimpy things out and get some real springs in. Okay, as you can see, it's jacked up, tires off. You probably wouldn't have to take the tire off, but you see all the room you get, and the rear end can drop down a little further. So anyways, at this point, I have both tires off. I'm going to go ahead and take the sway bar link off. I have a little bit of weight on the jack. You can see the jack holding the rear end up. And I'm going to take the lower mount on the shock off down here, right? Nope. Okay, try that again, down here, right? That way nothing is really holding the rear end in. Okay, got all that off. I think we're going to be looking pretty good. I want to show something here on this sway bar link. Let's get you a little bit closer. So this comes off. This has kind of an 8mm right there, right? So what I was doing was I had my little wrench on there and had the big wrench on there, right? And I'm over trying to get the thing off while holding it because this stud spins. And then after I got done, I'm like, why don't I just put an 8mm socket on there that I can hold that and just get the impact and run it off. That's how I'm going to put them back on. So I'm showing you that tip. The other thing is this is an 18mm, this is an 8mm. 18mm is a bit oddball. I had to buy a specific wrench. On the other side, on the shock side, let's look at that. First off, yes, those are Bilsteins. I bought the Bilsteins. I did a shock install video. I forgot when I did that, but I put these on in anticipation of going with a beefier, taller spring. So I did measure the height before I got started. That way we have something to compare to. This is a 22mm bolt right here, so you'll need some 22mm stuff, which is also kind of a little bit not standard in your typical toolbox. So just note that those are the sizes we're going to be working with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the garage door back open, music turned back on, and see what I get with getting the springs out by lowering the jack over there. See what we get. Back behind there, see that hole? Right there? That's where this bracket goes there. And I can't put it back on there because it had enough tension, right? Go ahead and take those off before you drop the rear end down. Okay, now for the fun part. Oh, this is, oh man, that is so hard right there. Bam, it's out. Okay, here we go. This is critical. You take your old spring out, you got your new spring. Checking to make sure your diameters are the same where it mounts, right? So we can see here, these are the same diameter. And those are the same diameter. Now length doesn't matter, because especially if you're going to a heavy duty spring, it may be a little longer. Actually, that's the same height. So I don't know, we'll see if we get a little ride height. You can see right here, there's an extra coil right there on these. So I have the 2019 Ram Classic, not a Dodge. Can't call it Dodges anymore. This spring set is for the 2018 Ram. It will not fit a 2019 Ram. It will fit a 2019 Ram Classic because it's the old chassis. Got to be careful with that right there. See this ring up in here? It's got to mount around in there. Make sure it's seated good. Whew. The other thing, once I stand back up, not stand up, but sit up, whatever. Whenever you're lifting up the rear end, make sure whenever these bolt holes line up, go ahead and put the bolt in while you're there. If not, you're going to have to fight the shock. If you jack the rear end all the way up, right, you're going to have to fight, well, basically lift the shock up or lower it back down. So go ahead and do that while you're getting this set up. All right, back on the ground. Let's see if we gained any height or lost height. So we're at 38 5/8 with the factory springs was at 38. So honestly, these are new springs. They're probably going to settle just a little bit. So I don't know, maybe a 1/2 inch lift or something like that. So not much at all. It's not a lift spring, it's a load spring. That's why I got that. I was going to go with the Bilstein ones, but they're a lift spring, not a load spring. And all they do is just lift it up a little bit. Okay, as you can see in the picture, I actually did a test drive with that Ford truck on the trailer I got, and it's like a 3,000 pound trailer, 4,000 pound truck. My my Ram did excellent on that. I highly recommend these springs. It was only about, with the Ford loaded versus unloaded on the trailer, about 1.5 inch drop is all I got out of the truck right there. So very nice. I've been driving around with it empty as well, and it's not super stiff. It actually rides better than the factory spring. So even if you're not towing, I would recommend these springs. Thanks for watching. Got the bad factory ones out, got the good aftermarket ones in. All right, now I'm gonna get back to fun stuff right there. Got a playlist on the Ramcharger build I'm doing. Go ahead and click that if you're interested, and I'll see you next time on Broken Tool Garage.